Alright, so first off, we've got our base problem, y equals negative sign, and the sign is pi over 3 minus x plus 2. I just go ahead and make that negative 1 sign because that's an understood 1. Alright, so now we gotta move over this 2 since it's outside the parentheses. So we've got y minus 2, and since this is just negative 1, we don't even, all we have to do is divide this side by negative 1. So you get negative 1 in the denominator over here, and you're going to want to leave it there. And that gives you positive sign of x minus pi over 3. Now, I forgot a step over here. I didn't mention it whenever I did this, or whenever I was just saying it. I moved the negative x to the front. And so all this is a positive pi over 3. So all this is moving them, because it's technically, like, commutative since there are only 2 of them, negative x plus pi over 3. And by removing the negative 1, no. Sorry. Getting way too far ahead of myself. I divided the insides of this by negative 1. It's a completely separate process, so now it is x minus pi over 3 over negative 1. This is one we did in class, and I think I did it on the board, and I had done it wrong, and so that's why my scratch work's a little iffy. So, let me grab a pencil so I can show you what actually happened in more detail. So over here, this is sine of negative x plus pi over 3 over 1, and I multiplied each side by an ugly 1. Okay, so this is, it's just an ugly 1, so you get rid of the negative in the top, because we want positive x. If this was already positive, then we wouldn't bother with this whole negative business, but we gotta. So this applies to the whole thing, so that becomes positive x minus pi over 3, and the denominator becomes negative 1. All right, so we got that out of the way. Okay, and now we've got our finished problem. So we've got y minus 2 over 1, or negative 1, and sine of x minus pi over 3 over negative 1. So we can go ahead and fill out our chart. So our a is negative 1, our b is negative 1, our h is pi over 3. Remember, whenever you look at these, it's got a negative, so you flip the sign. It's now positive. Same way over here, it's got a negative, flip the sign. It's positive, because that is k. Y minus k over b, x minus h over a. He didn't really cover it this year, so if you're a Smith kid, I'm sorry. He really doesn't like to catch y'all up. These are things we used whenever we were graphing slope last year. It's his own thing, x minus h over a, and y minus k over b. They're like standard form, and is what he calls it. And you can identify these little parts, which we use in here. And then we'll get to these later. So now we got to fill out our notes. So you pretty much just have to memorize these if you haven't already, because you can't look at your notes on the test unless he decides to be incredibly generous. So first we start off with our anchor, which is hk. That's easy. Then we do our midline, which is y equals k. That's easy. Then our period, which is 2 pi times the absolute value of a. And now this is one we do actually need the absolute value of, because otherwise it'd be negative 2 pi. Our period, though, is just 2 pi. And at this point, you probably know that